athletes, today we're going to be finding the slope when given 2 points. Please watch the investigating slopes using graphs first, because it's an introduction to slopes, and to view the video, just use the QR code to the left. So this video's focus is how to learn to find the slope using just 2 points. We're not going to do any graphing. What you'll do is you'll be practicing using the slope formula. And the slope formula is the change in y over the change in x. Or we like to think of it as y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. And why does this matter? Well, understanding slope helps us describe relationships in real life situations like speed, rates of change, and trends in data. So from the previous video, the one where there's the QR code, we learned that slope is rise over run. And we used the points on negative 2, 2 and 1, 8 to figure out the slope. And we said that the slope was 6 because we went up 6 and to the right 3, so the slope was 2. So we also could go down 6 and to the left 3, which is also 2. But if I'm given 2 points on a line, is there a way to find the slope without graphing it? And there is. Let's look at these points again, the negative 2, 2 and the 1, 8. Again, first I went up from the 2 to the 8, which was a distance of 6. Then I went to the right from negative 2 to 1, which was a distance of 3. So with the ordered pairs, x is the distance left or right from the origin, and y is the distance up or down from the origin. So what we can do is think of this as the change in y over the change in x. So let's think of slope as that, the change in y over the change of x. And we can write that as y sub 1 minus y sub 2 divided by x sub 1 minus x sub 2. Or y sub 2 minus y sub 1 divided by x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Now I know that this might look a little confusing, so let me clarify. Let's use these two ordered pairs. I have 1, 5 and 0, 4. To help you, I've made the x's in blue and the y's in red. So if we look at the first x, it's 1. So we say that that's x sub 1. The second x in my ordered pair is 0, so we say it's x sub 2. The same thing with my y's. This is the first y, y sub 1, and this is the second y, y sub 2. Now I can replace my x's and my y's with the numbers. Here we go. We have y sub 1 minus y sub 2. I'm going to use this one, but you can use either one. And x sub 1 minus x sub 2. Just make sure if you start with y sub 1 as the numerator, you must start with x sub 1 as the denominator. So now let's replace these. My y sub 1 was 5, and I'm going to subtract 4. My x sub 1 is 1, and I'm going to subtract 0. So I get 5 minus 4 is 1, and 1 minus 0 is 1. So the slope is 1. Now, if I wanted to do it with the y sub 2 minus y sub 1 and the x sub 2 minus x sub 1, let's give this one a go. Same thing, my 1 and my 0, my 5 and my 4, my x's and my y's. And now I'm going to write, instead of writing the 5 first, I'm going to write the 4 first because it's y sub 2. So 4 minus the 5. And x sub 2 first, 0 minus the 1. And I end up with 4 minus 5 is negative 1, and 0 minus 1 is negative 1. And negative 1 divided by negative 1 is 1. So you can see that the slope is the same. You can use either one. Now let's try another one. This time I have 3, 3 and 4, 6. Again, my x sub 1's, my x sub 2, my y sub 1, and my y sub 2. And I'm going to use this one first, the y sub 1 minus y sub 2, which means I need to use x sub 1 minus x sub 2. I replace, so 3 minus 6, and 3 minus 4. 3 minus 6 is negative 3, and 3 minus 4 is negative 1, and negative 3 divided by negative 1 is 3. So my slope is 3. Now let's try it with this ordered pair, negative 1, 1, and 1, 2. Again, x sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 1, y sub 2. I'm going to use this one again, y sub 1 minus y sub 2. So the denominator is x sub 1 minus x sub 2. So which one should I start with? If you pick the 1, you're correct. 1 minus 2, and then now I need to start with negative 1 minus 1. So 1 minus 2 is negative 1, and negative 1 minus negative 1 is a negative 2. So -1 divided by -2 is 1/2. So today you learned how to calculate slope using 2 points and the formula where m, meaning slope, equals the change in y over the change in x. You could do y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. But remember, you could also do y sub 1 minus y sub 2 divided by x sub 1 minus x sub 2. You practice identifying rise over run and understanding what a positive, negative, and zero slope means. And now you can find the slope even if you can't see the graph. If you want to do some more practice, check out the worksheet in the comment section. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, click that like, leave a comment, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe. I would love that. Again, thank you so much for watching.